Hey guys, this is Maniac, and today I'm going to be talking about the possibility for a third installment of Mirror's Edge. So, I was spending a lot of time on Mirror's Edge Catalyst, if anybody's been paying attention to our channel's uploads. And the big thing that I noticed during my research and what people were talking about was that DICE, they're no longer working on Battlefield 2042. So that was the biggest thing that I noticed people talking about, why they're never going to release Mirror's Edge 3. But who's to say they didn't have it is a little side project. Then I was thinking about the distance between each game. 2009 was when Mirror's Edge first came out, and 2016 was Mirror's Edge Catalyst, whenever that game came out. So that's 7 years in between, and then 2016 to 2022 or early 2023, that's 7 years, and I can only imagine trying to keep up with the graphics would be another huge obstacle that DICE would encounter. So, talking about that would be during the EA convention was that whenever Mirror's Edge Catalyst was revealed, because that was one of the few games that people actually applauded for. So, that was a pretty big thing because I think they only applauded 2 or 3 games. And then whenever the sales weren't as good for Mirror's Edge Catalyst as they were for Mirror's Edge, that was another reason why I think the possibility, people thought there wasn't a good chance of them coming out with another one. But for the review I did, whenever we released I think it was a Q&A review or whatever, I did the review, but I did the review before I finished the game, just because I liked the game, and I didn't realize how much I was gonna like the game. I liked it way, way more after I finished it, and just in the progression alone. So that was another huge reason why I did my research about, whether or not they're coming out with the Mirror's Edge 3. So, saying that is another thing would be that I can imagine Mirror's Edge Catalyst, unfortunately, being primarily for the next gen consoles, like the Series X and S, PS5. I'm not saying that it will be, but just for the game alone, that is a very real possibility. And the graphics for Mirror's Edge Catalyst, they were still very good. Even Mirror's Edge, the first one, the graphics were still pretty on point. I mean, you can still play it today and it looks very good. But on that note, if they do come out with it, which there is, a very real chance they will be coming out with it, is that, what would we expect from Mirror's Edge 3? And I would expect a lot more interaction with the NPC, more openable doors. I really enjoyed the mechanics and the hub, so I mean, I really wouldn't change that much, but there's just a lot of potential for the game, and just the whole parkour gaming. That's on an uprise, because Dying Light 2, that came out. I don't know how well that did, but I know that parkour gaming is really on the uprise, and Mirror's Edge was the very first of the parkour gaming. So that was a huge, huge thing. First person parkour. I mean, it was pretty revolutionary. But I'm giving the game, the third installment for Mirror's Edge, a very, very real chance and possibility for them coming out with it, because DICE is finished with Battlefield 2042. They don't really have anything else on their plate as of the moment. If I did my research correctly, they're pretty free. And as I said before, who's to say that Mirror's Edge 3 wasn't a side project? So, all of you Mirror's Edge fans, don't get down and bummed out that they're not coming out with the third installment Mirror's Edge, because I'm also a Mirror's Edge fan, and that's why I kind of came out with this video, so I can give out my point of view and what I think on the matter, because honestly, there is no information out there. There's just skepticism and what people can predict. So any YouTubers that are giving their point of view or, predictions on what the game is gonna be or if it's coming out, it's all just predictions and skepticism, really. So, but I do, if I'm being honest, I do strongly feel like they are going to come out with another one because of, one, DICE is done with Battlefield 2042. Two, because of the distance in between the first and second game. It's relatively the same distance between, Catalyst and, the third game. And they're probably taking a longer time to come out with the third game because of all of the upgrades in the CGI and everything. So I strongly think they will come out with Mirror's Edge 3. So, on that note, I will be wrapping up the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you guys would also stay tuned for our other videos. Or you can click the 2 links above us, or you can check our channel. That would be much appreciated. I'm Maniac, and I will catch you guys next time.